Oh boy, here's how Dr. Phil feels after Trump was found guilty of Lord knows what crime. We are still trying to figure out the crime. Billions of us around the world are still trying to figure out what crime was committed. Oh man, let's jump straight in, y'all.
What we need at this point is this craziness has to stop. It's got to be, okay, look, enough's enough. We got serious problems, and we need serious people to solve those problems. We need our Justice Department to return to the business of meting out justice and not running the political agendas of those currently in power, blindly seeking convictions, warranted or otherwise, and attacking political opponents. We are not some banana republic, for God's sakes. What are we going to do next? Have a Putin poisoning posse and start finding political opponents foaming at the mouth at home, not so mysteriously dying in their lazy boy recliners? We're better than that. We must be better than that. I don't like what I see happening in our country. This kind of thing is exactly why I launched Merit Street Media and wrote We've Got Issues. I don't like seeing the weaponization of our justice system, agencies, and powerful government actions that, frankly, just make my skin crawl for all of us and for my grandchildren. And let's be honest, this is so not just about Trump. If you let your hatred for Donald Trump compromise your ability to find true north on your moral compass, shame on you. If you let your disgust for Biden make you blind to the inevitable consequences of pursuing revenge, then God help the children who will inherit the dystopian nightmare we create. We need leaders who will pledge to end this vicious cycle right now and return us to that safe place where our institutions are no longer bastardized and weaponized, but rather simply serve their intended purpose.
All right, now it's time to pull over and put some gas in that truck. That gas light, and you know, we got to just guess because the gas light handle done broke. Yeah, it don't calculate like it used to do. It's an old truck now, so I don't know if we need gas in the truck or not, but we're just gonna pull over to be on the safe side and put some gas in it because the gas handle don't work no more. Yeah. Oh, Dr. Phil, baby. My beautiful patriots, my brothers and sisters around the world. I hope. Whoa! Oh, man, I told y'all, this thing is getting spicier and spicier every single day, man. These next 5 months, I'm telling y'all, man, be ready. We're going to have a lot of fun on the show, man. But I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life, man. A lot of people fighting every single day, man. Surviving. Warriors. Patriots. Boots is strapped up. There's tons of people that walked outside today. And guess what they seen? Somebody guess. You guessed right. A kangaroo. They seen a kangaroo when they walked outside today. And that, not only that, they seen people peeling back bananas. At the people walking their kids, pulling back bananas at the mailbox. There was a banana in the mailbox. We went to the store to buy a banana. All the bananas are sold out. Oh, man. Yeah, man. But let's go and jump straight into this, you guys. I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life, man. America is not America. Right now, and we are living in the darkest of the darkest times, y'all. And again, years and years, decades from now, they're going to come back and really put a spotlight and research these times right here. America in 2024. We're living in history, y'all. Boy. Yeah, it's very, very powerful what I just said. We are living in history, man. But let's go and jump straight in. This is coming from Timcast, and I want to send a huge shout out to my brother Jonathan for sending this over, this link that told me to check this out from Timcast. So let's go and jump straight in. Yeah. Oh boy. And shout out to the homie Tim, man. We ain't pulled up the homie in a while. It's been a minute.
Done it now, Democrats. You've enraged Dr. Phil. He's calling on Biden to dismiss Trump's hush money conviction as he blasts the weaponization of the DOJ and the FBI in furious monologue, saying he fears Putin poisoning posses will be next. Well, let me clarify. I don't know exactly if that's what Dr. Phil said. Biden can't call off the hush money thing, at least not formally, because it's a local New York criminal case. Of course, if that is the case, Dr. Phil is saying what everyone assumes. Joe Biden and the DOJ are behind this. You had a guy who was working at the DOJ take what do we call it? A demotion to go work locally to be involved in the prosecution of Donald Trump at a local level. Well, Dr. Phil can see right through. But Dr. Phil, as kind as he is, does not understand. He doesn't. And I don't know that there is an off-ramp. I certainly think it is fantastic that Dr. Phil is calling this out on his show. And he's got this clip here posted to X, which I will play for you. I think you should listen to it. But I'm going to have I have a response to Dr. Phil. And while I I 80% agree with what he's saying, there are some things to evaluate.
Yeah.
Now, it is wrong if they're going after Donald Trump. Dr. Phil can see this. Here's his statement.
I wanted to share my final thought about this. This weaponization of our great institutions, the FBI, Justice Department, and individual states' similar institutions, will lead to one of two outcomes. One is more of the same from the other side, tit for tat. That may seem deserved, but it is not the right way forward for America. The other is what I call on you to demand from your politicians today.
Again, I played this earlier for y'all in the beginning. I played a little bit of it though, but it's very, very powerful, man. Told you guys, we're living in the darkest times, man. They've never seen anything like this, man. Never. 72 years with no criminal record. The man runs for president and wham, 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 wham. Oh, this happened. Oh, well, I think this happened. I just can't remember. I think it was in April. Yeah, then this happened. But you know what? We don't got to bring it now. We could bring it maybe next year. Well, you said we could have bought it 6 years ago. No, let's wait till 2024. We'll bring it in 2024. Yeah. Well, I think he's going to run for president then. Yeah. We're living in some crazy times, y'all. I encourage y'all to spread the love, man. Check on your loved ones, because there are even worse things going on as well, too. People are struggling at an all-time high. Yeah. America. Declining. Divided. Brainwashed. Yeah. People are making life decisions right now. Every day they wake up. Yeah. Homeless veterans. Yeah. We done sent all this money over here. Yeah. Yeah. Real life. Anyways, let me stop talking. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know when I get to ranting, you know, it gets real spicy, man, because I'm for the people, man. You know, the people. Shout out to the patriots out there. Shout out to all the beautiful smiles right now smiling. Shout out to my hard workers. Shout out to my parents. Shout out to my veterans that are tuned in right now. Y'all keep being amazing people, man. Keep being amazing people. I know in the times that we're living in, it's tough, you know. But I encourage y'all to spread the love and keep being amazing people, man. I love y'all, man. And God is love.
An end to this craziness in order to save the soul and sanity of our country.
I'll pause right there and address his opening statement. One of two outcomes. No, Dr. Phil, you are incorrect. I respect absolutely what he says in this statement. We'll play more, but he's incorrect. The outcomes don't stop with a tit for tat. What we're talking about is there are two towers, and they are swaying back and forth. Rather, or I should say, let's say a single tower. It's moving far left. It moves far right. Eventually, it topples as it grows too tall to sustain itself. The end result is not tit for tat. Tit for tat comes next. The end result is collapse.
The Pope has actually given us the right approach in his new book when he says we are all brothers and sisters. and there must be no resentment among us. For any war to truly end, forgiveness is necessary. That is true of any war, including our current cultural war. We need our Justice Department to return to the business of meting out justice and not running the political agendas of those currently in power, blindly seeking convictions, warranted or otherwise, and attacking political opponents. That requires a very few important things from each of you, from all of us. Finding your voice, forgiveness, and focus on the way forward.
Forgiveness.
Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Forgiveness, and at the same time requiring better. We are not some banana republic, for God's sakes. What are we going to do next? Have a Putin poisoning posse?
Let's talk about forgiveness. Forgiveness for the regular people who know not what they do. Agreed. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. The average run-of-the-mill voter who votes for the corruption, who espouses their support for the corruption, they don't know what's going on. Now, as for the corrupt, we don't forgive. We don't forget. Because if you do, and you allow criminals and murderers and thieves to run free, well, then your society is ruled and will always be contaminated by crime, by murder, corruption. Forgiveness is for those who know not what they do. But for these AGs, for these FBI agents and people in the DOJ and the police who support them, they know exactly what they're doing. And for that, they will be held accountable. Calm, stoic, and reasoned accountability.
Told y'all, criminals are smiling right now than my good folks. Families are still grieving. Criminals are smiling right now. Walking free, riding Corvettes and all kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Smiling, windows down, arm out the window. Living their best life. The criminals. Yeah. Sad truth, man. Told you, we can go down the list, but this video will be like 50 minutes long. So let me stop talking. Let me stop yapping.
And start finding political opponents foaming at the mouth at home, not so mysteriously dying in their lazy boy recliners?
Okay, I just want to pause right there. And Dr. Phil, if you're saying that one of two outcomes, one is we stop the insanity or it's a tit for tat, but then a minute later you go on to say that there'll be roving death squads poisoning their political opponents, you're talking about something very different.
We're better than that. We must be better than that. I don't like what I see happening in our country. This kind of thing is exactly why I launched Merit Street Media and wrote We've Got Issues. I don't like seeing the weaponization of our justice system, agencies, and powerful government actions that, frankly, just make my skin crawl for all of us and for my grandchildren. And let's be honest, this is so not just about Trump. If you let your hatred for Donald Trump compromise your ability to find true north on your moral compass, shame on you. If you let your disgust for Biden make you blind to the inevitable consequences of pursuing revenge, then God help the children who will inherit the dystopian nightmare we create.
We're in the dystopian nightmare, good sir. We're currently living it. Republicans are not engaging in a tit for tat. They're not even going after the legitimate crimes we know about. Democrats are falsely charging people left and right, locking people up in solitary for years in the J6 cases. Revenge. I get it. Revenge doesn't solve things. But in this instance, I believe that appropriate revenge for Donald Trump would accomplish justice and accountability for the rest of us. That is, Donald Trump wants revenge against those who have wronged him. Finally, we might get someone who tells a DOJ to criminally investigate people who are visible criminals and then charge them. So far, we got what? A guy who altered an email because we knew that in the Russiagate hoax, FBI lawyer. What about Hillary Clinton's destruction of public records? BleachBit, paying for the Steele dossier? How about the classified documents of all the other presidents? All of those criminal. You want to say Trump shouldn't be charged with classified documents? Fine. Then I'll put it this way. You don't charge the other guys, but you do charge him, right? It's one or the other.
We need leaders who will pledge to end this vicious cycle right now and return us to that safe place where our institutions are no longer bastardized and weaponized, but rather simply serve their intended purpose. We have serious problems to solve, and it will take serious people to solve them.
Okay, here's my proposal. For Dr. Phil, I propose that the people who have waged lawfare and, exactly as you described, Dr. Phil, weaponized the government, be removed from public positions and barred from working ever again in these places. Anyone who worked for them, anyone who supported them, I don't care if they printed out a piece of paper that they asked for, they're all fired and gone. Personally, I'd be satisfied. If it can get the likes of Dr. Phil on board and it moves forward this country, I'd be willing to accept excising from political and public life those individuals who corrupted our system. What I'd like to see is jail for them. The problem being that if we do not show people there is accountability for wrongdoing, then they'll engage in wrongdoing. That being said, if it also means going to war, we don't want that. And so for me, if the option was war or we win control of all institutions and these people are permanently removed and have no influence, I accept that. My preference is for accountability, criminal trials and charges so that the American people can see the wrong they've done. And I'll say it again for those in the back. You've got the Burisma scandal. You've got lying to the American people about the troop levels in Syria. You've got Hillary Clinton's Steele dossier. Oh, she paid a fine for that one. There are many such instances. If we're not going to have those people criminally charged, but we gain control of the entire system and they're excised from it, I would accept that because war is not preferable.
Men and women who we hold accountable for doing that which they were selected or hired to do. They need to know we are watching and their positions are privileges, not legacies. They work for us until they don't. I'm not into politics. I claim no expertise, nor do I seek any. I don't advocate voting for one candidate over another. I stay in my lane addressing human behavior collectively, culturally, and am focused on how we can have maximum control in our lives and turn this ship of state called America in the right direction and get her back on track so we can be proud. That's my mission, and this is a call to action to save our collective soul and sanity. This is also a call to redemption, healing, and forgiveness that leads to peace among us all, which is the most important gift we can share in our dangerous world. The current administration could and should do the right thing. Dismiss now, even now, post-conviction of a political opponent.
They can't. It's at the state level. Now, functionally behind the scenes, we believe it's all connected. Yes.
All such lawfare and pledge to return to the normal functioning of a government rightly run.
They can't because they're going to lose in November.
God bless you all, and God bless these United States of America.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate Dr. Phil's attempt. But it was Dr. Phil. Is he a boomer? Pretty sure Dr. Phil is a boomer.
Boomer.
Let's pull up Dr. Phil McGraw. And he's a good dude. 73. He was born in 1950, which I believe, is that, he might not actually, that might be silent generation. They don't get it. They don't understand. There are people at these pride events, and we're going to see this all month, that are engaging in overt sexual activities in front of children. I'm sorry, Dr. Phil, that you did not fight against this when you were younger. And your generation and those after you tolerated corruption and degeneracy to an extreme degree, to the point where it harmed children. And now millennials are inheriting what you have ignored. Corruption, degradation, and a collapse of social cohesion. I don't know that the answer will be easy. Next segment is coming up at 6 p.m.
Boy. Oh, Tim. Some amazing points, you guys. Amazing points, man. And like I say, we're living in some of the darkest times, you guys. You know, and this is why we spread so much love on the channel. We're living in some dark times, man. The woke culture it's you know. I got to talk to a lot of amazing patriots this past weekend, this past month. You know, people even scared to now have kids or send their kids to school, to public school, man. It's a lot of things going on in this old dark world, man, especially this country. But before we close out, man, I want to wish the best in all you guys' life, man. There are people struggling, man. Suicide rates, depression, anxiety, PTSD is at an all-time high, man. And again, most don't even get accounted for. Tons get covered up. But the numbers are high, man. For real. So I encourage y'all to spread the love to one another, man. Check on your loved ones. Give them a hug for me. Keep being amazing parents. Keep being amazing people. My parents, keep being amazing leaders and mentors. Leading your kids in the right direction. Right from wrong. Common sense. And like I tell you guys, common sense is far gone. You know, the people in power, man, the common sense is far gone. But we're wishing the best in all you guys' life, man. We got to get back on track, man. We got to get back on track, man, for real. And we know what it takes. We're going to crack open a cold one in November. I want to crack open a cold one with my Patriots, man. Barbecue style with my Patriots, for real, man. So I love y'all. Y'all take it easy. Bless you all and your families. And I will catch you beautiful people in the next one. Peace and love, y'all.